Okay, me and the cat. Do you believe animals have a relationship to the human being? Do you believe there's more of a relationship between us, okay, than actually being two separate entities? If we can understand, or as I understand, that in order for people, the easiest way for people to learn something is to repeat. So I see my cat giving herself a bath. I see the way my cat, her mannerisms. Now I know the cat and the dog are now basic house pets. There's also the bird as a basic house pet. There's also the fish as a basic house pet. And then the turtle as a basic house pet. Now man and animal were born on day 6. Did they say man and animal? Why not woman? God created animal and man on day 6. So we have animal, we have man, we have day 6, we have cat, we have dog. Now the basic things we eat are pork, chicken, meat, lamb agneau, bœuf, poulet, because everything we're doing in 2 languages plus. We are also playing games where we have alphabets. And alphabets, when we put letters together, are in their own form or in their own sound. Are words. Words have definitions. They fall into categories. Verb, adverb, noun, pronoun, adverb. Every letter has a position in the alphabet. A1, Z26. But we also have what I call the inverted cubic alphabet, where I start A at 6. Start A at 6, B at 7, C at 8, D at 9, E is 10, F is 11. Now this cube has 3 sides, the triangle. And what it is that when I take 3 cubes, okay, when I take 3 cubes, every single cube is 21 dots. But the highest dot is 6 dots, so 3 by 6 equals to what is 18. The minimum will be 3 by 1 dot, equaling to 0.3, equaling to a total of 21 dots, 3 and 9. We also know that the alphabet has, if I can remember, has 10 identical to itself letters that if you would take a letter and flip it like this, A, H, I, M, O, T, U, V, W. But V, now U is questionable. When I'm doing this on square paper, if I see an extra line, I need extra squares to create that line coming out. And the only reason that line seems to come out is because it's around. So when it's around, then it drags that line down. What is that line telling you? So now we have artwork. We have geometric shapes. We have this little club. So when we play cards, we only see one of these stands, but there are 3 legs to stand on each. You take a look at it this way, right? The angle that it runs between each one to connect these together. So that number 33 for 100%. That's going as 33%. Now, if you're going to 33%, the maximum you can ever get is 90, 90, 99. And with that into configuration, it is not 100. Another thing to take into note is that what is 100 would be 4 times 15 equals to 60, or 4 times a quarter equals to $1. To where 3 times 20 equals to 60. Now 3 periods right, become a whole. It becomes 100%. So how do we get 100% for 3 periods, and we get 100% for 4 quarters? So that goes on to 3, 3, 3, 3 is the way that calculation comes to be. Or what we can say is, since it's 3 quarters to 1 quarter, 25 is missing. So we're now going to mark it at 75%, knowing 75 is the word electric. And in that situation, because this is also connected to games, it's also going to hook up with our a very famous game, I believe, made by, if I can remember, MB, Milton Bradley. And inside the word Milton, you have 2000. And the game of Monopoly is 20 and 20. And the size of a Monopoly board is 20 by 20, if you look it up. Now, it could be Hasbro, and I could have got that wrong, so hold on. Okay, so the game is Hasbro. And inside the B and R, the has, there's a bunch of stuff inside of there. If I work it out, when you have R and O together, it's talking about gold. When the B and R comes together, that's the king and the queen. It is the 13 and the 12. It is the bar mitzvah and the bat mitzvah. And since it's the king, it is the 13th card. 1 over the 13 equals to a total of 91. And 1 through 12 equals to 78. 91 goes for the word spirit. 91 is the letter S, as 19. Now, if you use it as 10 and 9, it becomes 19, and it's not 1-9. If you were to say 1-9, it wouldn't actually be the same. And the reason for that is, in French, when they talk, because I use both of them. You see, if it was in English, you'll say 19. So you'll say teen, which is above. It changes a category. It's not like a 9. It's a 9, and it's a teen 9. And in French, they say 10-9, 10-8, 10-7. So it's a different teen. Although they're moving one of the E's, right? The E, okay, when you start with this cube, right? When you start with the cube, you have A6, B7, C8, D9, E10, F11, G12, H is now 13. H was 8 before, and now it's 13. So it becomes the M. H and M now come together. I'm trying to think where I was. Just give me a second. Okay, so here is a scheme. 0, 1, right? I'm going to do the same design, except instead of putting the 0 here, I'm going to put a 1. And the difference between these two is I'm going to work with 0. Could be A, Mercury and Venus both having no moons. And if that's true, they are the first and second planet. I would have to remove 1 and 2. Now, if I start with 1, we can be saying, well, maybe it's Earth's moon, and 1 vertical and 1 horizontal. And if we started with 2, we can say it's Mars moons. Or we can go with 0, 1 and say 0 is Mars. A plus B plus C plus D equals 10. 1 plus 0 equals to 1. But we're going to go the Baccarat style, where all 10s equal to 0, where all 0s equal to 6. Go figure that one out. I'm going to have to try and explain that one day. One of the theories I use right now is O is the 15th letter. Although O is round and 0 is 2 levels. O is a single level and 0 is 2 levels. According to the artwork. So now that when we do 0101 binary code, when we're talking 0, we'd be talking about Mars. And when we talk 1, we will be talking about Earth. Although we can also say, like I said, it's hypothetical which one it is, but they are in reality. Earth has the 1 dot inside of it, where Mars has none. But none doesn't really mean none, because the opposite side of what is void has that single dot. So it could be going inside here, but you don't see what's moving in the empty area space. There are 7 positions underneath this. We can look at these as the lock position. When we have it here, it's locked. If I have a single 1, I can keep on spinning it, right? I have 2 on the outside here and here, right? You see that? And then on this one, I have 1 in the center and on the outside. So if you move these 2, if I move this one up and that one up, we can turn it. If I put this one down and the other one down, if I did it with the number 4, right? I pick them both up, it's got nothing to it. If I put 1 in, it can spin out to the left here, go on to that side. If I put this one in, right, take that one out, it spins onto this side. So we have to understand that there are options in this reality. This is a dice cube. It was... So as I was thinking, right, 1 Earth, 0 Mars. Baccarat, natural is 8 and 9. I'm not sure I have to go over. I lost I stopped the video, and I don't know where I was. So Baccarat, 8 and 9 is a natural, but in this game, when you count to 10, 10 equals to 0. In the game of blackjack, the 10, Jack, Queen, King, okay, equal to a total of 40 or 10 each, where the ace can be 11. When you're looking at this also, the king, the king, the king gets 7, the queen gets 8, the jack gets 6. It gets 6 and 4, 8 and 2. It gets 4, 3, 2. And the reason it gets that is because the king has 7 eyes, observation. The queen has 8 eyes, observation. 4 suits, 2, 4, 2, 4. And the jack has 6 eyes, 2, 2, 1, 4 queens of 2, 3 queens of 2, and 1. So between the jack, so the jack will have 2 times 2 eyes, the queen will have 4 times 2 eyes, and the king will have 3 times 2 eyes. Okay, so this will equal 4, 8, and 6. You know that there's 864, 000 is the sun, and then 864 is the seconds in the day. And then 486 is another equation, and everything to do with this equation comes up. Also, let's see, there's many things we can do. The divided gate of the blue house. Word blue, divided gate. 33 equals to 644, equaling to mass and equaling to space. The inverted is this is 7766, and this would be, yeah, just sorry for writing that, because matter is 77. And then woman and freedom, okay, is 66. 5 and 3. 5 and 5, 7 and 3. In Beirut, 31 and 35, 66. Where do I get all these numbers from? Relationships, 5 and 5 is 10. 1 plus 0 is 1. 7 and 3 is 10. 1 plus 0 is 1. I need to bring everything back to its average. And I can also bring it to its extremity. These are the numbers to the cycle. Because after this, it becomes the cross, 285. And the reason for that is if I double it 2 times, any of these will create this. So you're now running on the cross, which was taught to me right over here. The calculator, the ATM, the keyboard, your telephone. One is upside down, one is right side up. It's 9. It's also showed that we've done it in games because everything that I work on, all the parts of the entertainment purposes only, are from everything that's ever been created by, yes,